Hello guys, welcome back to Lad's Garage. I'm going to hit on a couple different things today, maybe. First thing I want to get at is we're not far off from getting ready to have Intimidator go back out on the track. If you guys don't know already, we are partnering with the Counts boys. I'm going to run the engine out of Lightning McQueen that he ran last year. They're in the process of getting it freshened up right now. We're going to run that engine, like I said. The Counts boys are just going to run Caden's old car. Kylan's going to be the main driver of that. And Kyle and Caden are going to be my backup drivers for Intimidator. Uh, so, with all that fun stuff being said, if you're interested in partnering, yeah, there we go, with either team or both of us, um, I will. You can hit us up on Facebook. Um, you can email me at ladsgarage56@gmail.com. Um, Big thing is you can hit us up on Facebook. Like I said, you can hit me up at Lads Garage and I can forward the message to them if you're interested in helping them or both cars. Every little bit helps. Of course, obviously, if you're going, we'll take personal or business. It don't matter. Every little bit helps. But I'm really looking forward to getting Intimidator back out on the track. And one of the biggest things that Intimidator, I mean, we ran one race with it and pulled the engine out. So really, everything should be fairly decent. Just put it back in the car and go out and let it rip, tater, chip once we get an engine for it. But I'm really wanting to switch over to, I actually have a floater rear end, meaning that instead of having to, pretty much there's flanges behind the axle, you got to unbolt those and slide the axle out and all that. It's really a pain in the butt. A floater rear end is just got a little cap on the end that holds the axles in, and the axles float inside there. They're not attached to the wheel like what we got here. Uh, so the hub spins separately from the axle, and long story short, I got one, but I need to get it set up for a 5-on-5 setup and gone through and get axles and all that fun stuff. So that's one of the biggest projects that I really want to do with this car, but it's not a necessity at the moment. But we're going to hopefully get to it here soon, whether it's before or after the engine. So, like I said, if you guys want to partner with either team, we'll take anything, honestly. Every little bit goes a long way. So, next thing we're doing, that just looks like a random piece of aluminum laying out on the floor, and it kind of is. This is the finish section of our Pinewood Derby track. And this is the timer that I have. It actually came from a different track. It was actually a 6-lane wooden track that kind of know where it is, but kind of don't. It was kind of one of those things. The track ended up getting stored at somebody's house or in somebody else's shop. And while I knew where it was, I never could get over there to line up to pick it up. And the shop ended up getting sold, and who knows what happened with the track from there. But we ended up with all the hardware to put the track together, including this thing. I didn't modify this any. I did have to fix the power plug. I don't know how old it really was, but it just completely disintegrated. So me being the electrical engineer that I am, that's shocking, ain't it? I went through and just kind of hardwired it up. Plug it in, it comes on. There's no, it's just hardwired in. So that's kind of what we got going with that. But I need to make some We can put some legs on here so it stands up a little better because, well, geometry things, you know. But we need to go through and really look at the track, make sure it's all good to go. I'm going to go get some more pieces of the track and kind of look them over. I might even rub a little polish on them. I don't know. I'm gonna get that thing fixed up real quick. So I ended up going to the hardware store. I bought some of these little angle pieces that in theory are gonna sit right up against there. I got 4 of them. You know, so we're gonna try to put them on each side like so. We'll have 4 of them total. Hopefully to give it the best stability. I might have to do some fitting and modifications to make everything work, but a Scout's supposed to be thrifty, right? So we bought these screws from the Screws and Nuts. I guess you consider them machine screws, I don't know. Bought those, and then we got some washers. You see, we got washers, really didn't need that many. Then we got these little 90-degree bracket pieces. I had to modify this one. So got a plug right there, and it just wasn't going to be happy. So it's like, I don't know, maybe $10 for all the stuff we need to do to modify this. The biggest thing is the way this cord, the way I had to modify it to make it work. So long story short, the reason I had to modify the cord is the original power plug, the end that plugs into here, literally disintegrated. Plugged it in and everything flashed on for a second and then flashed off. I kind of wiggled, I mean, just ever so lightly touched it. It flashed on and off real quick, and then the plug just fell apart. Pretty much, that's the only way to explain it. I'm going to flip this thing over real quick, see if it stands up on our bench here. That's good. It is standing up on its own. Pretty sturdy. That's what we're looking for. I don't know that I necessarily want to go through and on this side especially, because cords and stuff run up through this upward beam and come across through here to all the little lights and all the little sensor thingies down there, the trigger off that sensor thingy down there. So I'm probably just going to leave it how it is. I may trim just a notch off of the end of these screws so that there's just not so much sticking out there. So the way this works is you got the sensors up underneath. They work. I can either slide track over that way or I can slide it over this way, but I got it marked for this side. So you get your cars, they're coming down the track going about 235 mile an hour scale speed. And they're going to come across and they're going to trigger this to see who can come across the line first. We're going to clean the track off, obviously, but then we come over and we got this little, the answer is 32, Bob. Switch here, we push it, resets it, and if something gets off kilter, when you reset it, if it's not reading, it'll error out till you get it set back to where it goes, which we have marked everything to get it pretty well dead set. So we can reset it, zeroed out. You got something stuck on my wheels. Not wanting to roll it. Then you get your cars coming back down the track again. Wacha! We are going to use some metal polish, aluminum specifically. We're going to run them down the wheel, you know, where the wheels will travel down the track. We're not going to worry about in-betweens because cars technically shouldn't even be in that area. But like here and all this, we're going to run some metal polish down through here, and you know, you can kind of see a little bit of a difference there. You know, here's the part that's been done. This hadn't been done. It's a little more shinier. There you go. Yep. Got 3 lanes done. You can see the centers are still pretty dull, while the running lanes are pretty daggum shiny. Now for polishing rags, you can use a shop rag like this, or you can cut up your wife's good towels. They work a little bit better. Just don't let your wife know you took one of her good kitchen towels and made a polishing rag out of it. So, the ultimate goal really isn't to make the tracks look great, as much as this track here, you can kind of see where my lines are. There's like a really dark line. So this track, I can't say it hasn't been taken care of, but like I'll use for instance a friend of ours up in Park Hills. He has like a really super fancy case, padding and everything else, and his track looks like brand new compared to this one. This one's got scratches and nicks and all sorts of fun things in it. And ultimately, you know, we want the cars to be able to roll easily down the track. You know, if you race dirt track, you know, they're going to put moisture in the track, they're going to pack the track, try to give you a nice smooth surface. Drag racing, they're going to treat the track, you know, to get a good sticky surface for the cars to launch and go. Ultimately, with the pine wood, we want a nice, smooth, glassy type track to give the cars the best chance to roll. I'm not going to say this track is going to be perfect, or is perfect. Like I said, it's got scratches and everything in it. But ultimately, we don't want, you know, a piece of debris or something like that I don't see to be caked onto the track, if that makes any sense. So, like for instance, with this little dark spot here, I don't know what it is. You know, just feeling it. It don't really feel much different than any other part of the track, but you know, we don't want somebody running in that lane and that be the reason they lose the race. So we're trying to prep the track the best we can for the racer, you know, the kids or adults if they decide to race the outlaw class, but we want the best surface possible for everybody. Got all our polishing done. We're going to do a quick test of the track. Got this car that don't roll very well going against Yellow Choo Choo. Oh, that's great. Well, nope, test didn't quite go as planned. Got some carnage. Dadgum. We're going to have to fix that. Choo Choo survived. Well, the test of the blue car didn't go too well. But the kids are running the Hot Wheels and the Yellow Choo Choo down. Watch your head, Daniel.
Now?
You ready?
Yeah. Go.
Set.
Go.
The Yellow Choo Choo is fast. So that's just a short little video of what we got going on. We got our test light or our finish lights going. Got the track ready to go. Tested it. We're good to go. So we're gonna race next weekend. I'll probably video kids playing around with their cars, but you know, for safety, because I don't know who all watches my videos, we're not gonna show the Cub Scouts, but we'll try to get some GoPro footage of our cars racing though. Till next time, you can catch us over on Trucking Diaries almost daily. So, y'all stay safe out there. God bless you. And make sure you stand on a safe stool to stand on.